this real quick. So since we talk about Kendrick has a tour that is coming up next year. Him and SZA going on the stadium tour. I have my tickets already. I will be in attendance. I think it's like April 29th, something like that. That's going
In
to be in
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yep, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
You
I
enjoy
will
that.
be there. So it's going to be dope. And a lot of people noticed that Kendrick had a date in Toronto.
Now.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it. It went to 2 days because of the hype and the projection, right? So now a lot of people were wondering, right? Because when it first happened, that's really what took over everything. Not that he was going on the tour, really is the fact that he has a stop in Toronto, right? Where the Blue Jays play at the stadium. That's the biggest venue in Toronto, right? Drake has never performed there, right?
Nope.
So with Kendrick being there, a lot of people were just like, man, will Drake do anything to prevent him from performing? And I'm seeing a rumor being tossed around that Drake actually bought all the floor seats. I think that's cap anyway. That would be dumb on his part. But yeah, so a lot of people feel like, okay, he got 2 dates there. Charlemagne said he don't think it's wise for Kendrick to be there because something can happen. And you said that you feel like Drake has enough pull to make that show not happen. So you don't see any of those dates happening, any of those shows actually happening.
No, so I don't think Kendrick even thinks it's gonna happen because Drake is literally the man in Toronto, bro. Like literally. Like I think Kendrick booked that show so that when it's canceled, he can make a big to-do about it and make Drake look and try to make Drake look lame.
That could be an angle.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's one. The other part of me, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, for
sure. Drake had stake in the venue where he had those TDE artists, Schoolboy Q, and what's the other dude name?
Was it Absol?
No, not Absol. It's another guy. Y'all let me know in the comments. Drake
said not Schoolboy, not Absol.
Nah, it's some other T. Sir, is that a TDE artist?
Oh, Sir, yeah, he's a singer, but yeah.
Yeah. So he stopped them from performing, right?
As he should.
Yeah. But the thing is, the only thing that makes me look at it differently is because the Blue Jay Stadium, and I know that's probably not the name of it, but they've been promoting this event.
I saw that.
Bring a bunch of money to Toronto, 2 nights, right?
Yes, it will.
So does Drake have that much pull? Because this is the thing. If Kendrick doesn't do Not Like Us, like say he doesn't do the song at all, right? Say he does mainly stuff from GNX plus his old stuff. Because let's not forget, Kendrick has the highest grossing solo hip hop tour of all time. I say solo because Drake had people featured on his.
Right.
So Kendrick has performances when he does it. He just don't get on there and just throw the mic to the crowd. So the thing is, that's going to bring a lot of revenue into the city and for it to be in a stadium. So would Toronto really be like, hey, Drake, and Toronto supports Kendrick because his album, Not Like Us, have all been #1 on the Canadian charts.
Right.
So would Toronto get in the way of that? I'm looking at it like, hey, there's a money thing. And what if Drake got stake in that? Drake could get paid off of that, right?
So Toronto's stadium been around so long, I seriously doubt if he got stake in it.
Okay.
But what I will say is Drake has enough cachet and pull in the city where, in my opinion, he can get it shut down. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Stadium though?
I think so. No, not the stadium, just the concert itself. Like
the concert at the stadium. I don't know.
What I'm saying is he won't go through the stadium. He'll go through like a city councilman or whatever their example of that is, or the person that issues like touring permits or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Charlemagne was saying some stuff like they could sneak something in Kendrick's bag to get law enforcement to come. So it's going to be a rough ride. Anything. That's what Charlemagne.
And this is my thing. And people are going to say this, right? Let's say Drake goes to. Again, I don't know if they have city councilors and all that kind of stuff, but let's say Drake goes to a city councilor and says, hey, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
And they come out with a statement that say, due to a possible riot or such, we're not going to allow the show to go on. People are going to call Drake lame for that, right? They are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's why I think it's not lame. Because if Drake tried to do a show in LA, and I'm not saying Kendrick can do this or would do this, but if Kendrick lined up outside the venue with 50 Bloods or 50 Crips or whatever gang he's affiliated with, and they tried to bully Drake to not come into the show or shot Drake's tour bus up or something like that, people would be like, "Oh, that's so gangster, that's so," and I just think we got to get out of their ignorant ass mindset.
Well, at this point, I don't think that Kendrick would prevent Drake from performing in LA.
I don't think he could without doing something like that.
I mean, yeah, the streets, he ain't gonna have politics and all that, but I
that's
feel
what I'm saying.
Politics. But what I'm saying is this: is that some people and I feel like what Laker for Life just said, yes, he does have enough pull, but I doubt he tries to stop the shows because you can't stop it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why?
Because that's still generating money for the city. Why would you want to waste energy doing that?
Because, bro, listen to
me. Drake will be able to perform in LA at a given point. It's just right now the beef is lingered.
So is that Drake's fault? Kendrick don't got as much pull as he do in Toronto?
Well, no. How do we know Kendrick don't have as much pull? We don't know that for a fact.
Kendrick don't have the pull.
How do you know? How do you know? Exactly. Exactly. My thing is, no, you see, we think so that we know so much.
Jay,
no, listen what I'm saying, bro.
Remember, this is me though. Now
I know, but bro, listen, we don't know from his connections there because just like Drake is putting on for Toronto, and I know Drake does a lot. Kendrick could do the same thing there. We don't know for sure.
No, Kendrick does do a lot for the city, but. Bro, I'm talking about the politics of it all.
That's
not because he's so cool or so popular. I'm talking about because Drake is a half black, half Jewish man who is involved with the politics of Toronto, who has the right people around him that can make the right phone calls to say, "Hey, look, I think that might be a potential riot going on. That might be, political disturbance or something going on." I don't know if that should be able to allow it to happen.
Kendrick could do the same thing there in the city. I'm not talking about the state of California. I'm talking about there. But hey, if we want to believe these fairy tale things, I think this is going to happen. I think that Kendrick is going to successfully do those tours
in Toronto.
Yes, absolutely. He's going to do those shows. Ain't nothing going to happen to Kendrick. Drake,
nothing is going to happen.
Drake,
nothing is going to happen to Kendrick, bro,
because guess what? If Drake does that there, his connections in LA to come do a show, it's a wrap. I don't think Drake want to mess that up. He don't.
What you mean?
If Drake does not let Kendrick perform in Toronto, that means that he cannot come to LA without.
Why? Who gonna stop him?
Who gonna stop him? The city of LA gonna stop him.
The gang members?
Not even just the gang members. The whole city is gonna stop him.
Oh, you saying like like on the political side?
Yes, and the streets.
The streets ain't gonna do shit.
The streets could, bro. Y'all thinking, okay,
bro?
Okay, let me ask you this: where do most of the killings be happening? From rappers and rappers. Don't answer. Where does most of the killings from rappers be happening? Where do most of the robberies?
Jay, trust. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Hold on, LA. But listen to me. They would have to shoot this man's truck with a rocket launcher or some C4 to kill him, bro.
Niggas go to LA and think it's sweet. We've heard it.
Nobody thinks it's sweet. That's the point that I'm making.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Man, you are.
He could get touched. You talking about the Navy SEALs and all this other stuff? The CEO of United Healthcare just got murked on the streets of New York,
standing in front of a hotel in New York City. I know,
man.
Do you
exactly.
think? Now let me ask you this. How often do you think Jay-Z stand in front? I mean, not Jay-Z. How often do you think Drake stand in front of a hotel?
Bro, he could get caught slipping, bro. LA, if it's any place that can happen, be LA. I just don't think. Also, also this, even the hood politics of it. I just don't think that Drake would want to mess with that. Period.
Why? He don't fuck with the streets, no way.
He don't fuck with the streets at all.
Not for real.
I thought the game had all the connections with Drake.
The game, yes. I'm talking about Drake personally. You think if the game stopped being cool with Drake, that would affect Drake?
Oh, we're talking about in the streets of LA? Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Bro, you know it wouldn't, bro.
Yeah, it would. What you say? You said I do think that people will ride for Kendrick, but Drake's pull is definitely more political, both in Toronto and the U.S.
That's all I'm saying.
You think that? Okay,
Bro,
you'll see it. Drake don't
Jay,
want the problems. I bet you
he
Kendrick don't
don't.
answer
That's
them.
what I'm telling you.
I
And he's
know.
not going. Bro, you still trying to act like Drake is gonna try to settle this shit in the streets. He's not.
I didn't say he gonna try to
Drake's
settle it
lawyer
in the
is gonna
street.
settle it with a pen,
Okay, the lawyers,
with a
bro. You know
thousand
what? I
dollar
don't even know
pen.
why I'm talking about this. Drake about to get blackballed anyway, so he already on the brink.
Man, all right, man. Let's move on, man.
You talk about a damn song, bro. That he about to get Diddy treatment, bro. I don't even know what you're talking
Man,
about.
let's move on.
Now, this is another thing, real quick. Could Drake do a stadium tour? Because he's never done a stadium tour. Now, I don't think that Drake could do a stadium tour.
Okay.
Reason I'm saying this is because I don't know if Kendrick by himself could do a stadium tour. Kendrick, now keep in mind, who's the bigger artist out of Kendrick and SZA? SZA is, right? But having SZA on there amplifies it enough.
Is this?
Kendrick
Or
is
did you mean Kendrick is?
No, my bad. Did I say it reversed?
Yeah, you
No,
said
Kendrick,
SZA is.
oh, my bad. No, Kendrick
All
is a
right.
bigger star than SZA.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So, but having somebody on there with you, even though you got all the buzz, right? Having Kendrick and SZA there, because she's the top female R&B singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the top female R&B singer in the world, the top rapper in the world. They come together, stadium tour because of the Super Bowl, not like a success, period. Also, Kendrick isn't just a rapper on stage. Kendrick is a performer. And when I say performer, he has backup dancers, he has theatrics.
He got a show.
A choreography. Yeah. Now Drake isn't a bad performer. I'm not taking that away from him, but Drake doesn't choreograph. Even Ack had said this. Like when you go to a Drake concert, he's performing for you, but he's not doing a whole choreography with it. You've seen Kendrick like when coming out in shackles and stuff at the AMAs and all kinds of stuff, performing at the Grammys. So Kendrick is a performer. So if I'm going to go to the stadium, I know I'm going to get.
So you don't think Drake got a show?
He has a show. He doesn't have a choreography type of show that Kendrick does. I would pay to go see a Kendrick show over.
Have you been to a Drake show?
No, I haven't. I've seen the Drake show.
Have you been to one though?
No, I haven't.
All right, so it makes sense why you don't think he has a choreographed show.
He can't do a stadium tour though, not by himself. If he linked up with somebody, absolutely.
Listen,
if him and Kanye linked up together, they could do a stadium tour, but that ain't gonna happen.
So the only reason Drake can't do a stadium tour right now, because I agree he can't, but the only reason he can't is because he just did a tour this year and last year. If he goes and not do a tour for 3 or 4 years, he could definitely come back and do a stadium tour.
I doubt it.
When's the last time Kendrick been on tour?
It was like 3 years ago, I want to say.
Okay.
But Kendrick, listen, Usher performed at the Super Bowl, right? He had sellout dates back to back in Atlanta so much that he had to break
arenas.
In arenas, right?
Not stadiums.
Not stadiums. But what I'm saying is, if I got 6 shows back to back at a damn arena, why wouldn't I be able to go and do a stadium? There's a reason for that, right? Even though Usher is a performer, Kendrick's notoriety is bigger. Usher put out an album the same day as the Super Bowl. You know how much it sold the first week?
How much?
I think like 40, 50, like 50,000.
Right, shout out to that album too. One, Mississippi's own Guitar Boy produced a record on there and is Grammy nominated. But go ahead.
It was a terrible album though. But
hey man,
the album was awful.
Grammy nominated.
Shout out to Usher. But no, Drake would have to be with someone on the tour. Like Eminem, as big as he is, him and Rihanna had to go on tour together to do a stadium.
You think Eminem could do a stadium tour right now?
Not by himself, no.
I know he could. Why? Because he ain't did a tour in 4 years.
Bro, if he was to do a stadium tour, he would have did it. Do you understand, bro? Stadium tours are completely 50,
60,000 people. I understand.
Yes. Eminem couldn't do a stadium tour by himself. I'm
telling you he could.
Could he go on tour? Yes. He would have to have a co-headliner with him, period.
I don't think so.
He would have to. Drake could not sit out 5 years and come, because when you sit out 5 years, do people want to see you? Yes, right?
When you got classic songs.
Drake would have done a stadium tour already.
I don't think so. I don't think the time's been right yet.
Well, how big can you get? He sold 1 million the first week.
So it's not about being big, pause. It's about him not being gone yet. He's been consistently kicking ass, consistently being out. So nobody misses him yet.
My rebuttal to that is this though. right? When you go absent for a while,
Yeah.
doesn't that make people less likely also? Because I no, listen to what I'm saying. I
I'm
get what
listening.
you're trying to say,
I'm
but
listening.
that could also backfire on you because it makes people be like, okay, well, he ain't got no hits. That can make you shrink in a certain way.
Okay, let me ask you this. You just went to I think it was Drew Hill concert.
Yeah, some months ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What hit they got out?
They don't have no hits out.
Okay. You just went to another R&B old school concert. Who was it?
I don't think I did I?
Yes, you did. Don't lie. Don't lie because you
No,
don't want me to prove my point.
no. I'm really trying to think. I think the last one I went to was Drew Hill. I don't
The
think.
point that I'm making is the last 4 concerts you went to, right?
Yeah.
All legacy acts, right?
Right.
And you still went to see them, right?
Exactly.
That's the same thing that would happen with Drake.
But they wouldn't
Why
be
do you think?
able
Why
to
do you
do
think Bow Wow and
stadium.
them is doing
I
what's the
know
name of that
that.
tour?
The whatever the Scream
Yeah,
tour, whatever it
Scream
is.
tour. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Why do you
But
think they're doing that?
of course they're doing it, and a lot of people will come. But Drake cannot do a fucking. He cannot go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, bro.
I'm telling you, he could if he went away for
Hell
4
no,
years.
no. I
If
doubt it.
he if he went away
I
for
would
2 or
put
3
money
years, he
behind
could.
that. I will put money behind that. Okay, so you're saying okay, but Drake before this, it's all a blur tour.
Right.
What tour was Drake? I mean, what tour did he go on before this one?
He did something the year before.
No, he had It's a Blur. That was the same tour that he did. It was back to back.
Right.
But
He's been
before
on tour for a year and a
I'm
half.
talking
I
about
know.
before that. What was the tour?
Before that, he did a tour in like 20. He did a tour right before COVID hit.
Okay, so what that year of a gap it is? It was Kendrick
3
went on
years.
for three. Okay, 2 years. That's pretty much the same
So
thing.
you do understand that the tour that he was just on, he was doing 2 nights in most cities, right?
Right. That don't mean that you could do a stadium.
So by your argument, where you said if you could do 4 nights in a city, then you could do a stadium.
I
By
said
that
no.
argument,
I said Usher. I said you would think that you could do it, but the reason he didn't
so then
because
you
if
would
that
think
was
that Drake could do it.
no. If that was the case, Usher would have did the okay. Think about this, bro. If I have 6 shows back to back with my buzz and I'm Usher, right? Why wouldn't I go and do it in a stadium? The reason you wouldn't do it, listen. The reason
I'm
you
listening.
wouldn't do it in a stadium is because you have to charge certain ticket prices. Me
Correct.
at the State Farm Arena, I'm not going to be able to charge certain amounts, like because it costs to rent out the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So, like, even academics have said, okay, maybe Drake wouldn't want to do it because of money, but I'm telling you that Drake wouldn't be able to do. He could do it, but it would have to be with somebody else prominent. That's all I'm saying.
Let's
It would have to
agree
be
to
with somebody
disagree.
prominent. You
Let's
think
agree
you
to
can do it
disagree.
by yourself, boy? You crazy. You said he did the Cold Tour before, and that was 21 Savage tour. And that's his biggest problem now. He didn't get folks to miss him. Something Beyonce is great at. He's not Beyonce. Also, bro, Drake don't. So he has dancer. Does he dance with the choreography?
He don't dance, but he has
My
choreography.
whole point. Exactly. Ain't nobody
So
about to pay.
Kendrick dances?
Yes.
Crip
Did you
walking
see
don't
his
count as dancing, bro.
Did you see his Super Bowl performance?
Crip walking don't count as dancing, bro.
Not crip walking. Let me ask you, did you see his Super Bowl performance?
With Dr. Dre?
Yes.
Yes.
He was dancing on there. How did that like button come up? That's weird. But look, 2 more
Just
things.
dancing.
Bro, going like this, moving around and stuff like that. Yeah, he dancing.
That boy look like Uncle Elroy out there, man. Get out of here, man. Stop,
Hey,
man.
I'm saying he doing a stadium tour.
I tell you what. Next time the boy come to the A, I got you.
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
You
Next,
tripping, man. Way better show.
have you been to a Kendrick show?
Yes.
When did you go to Kendrick show?
Bro, I've been seeing Kendrick perform since.
I didn't ask you
No,
about
hold on. Listen to me. I'm
SOB.
about to tell you.
Okay.
I've been seeing Kendrick. I saw Kendrick perform at SOBs in like
I just said
07.
SOB. That nigga, that was 15 years ago.
I'm just telling you how long I've been seeing him perform, Jay.
When was his last show that you went to?
I saw him at the I didn't go to it, but I saw him at the LA show.
Which did you didn't go to it?
The LA show. I saw it just like you did.
Oh, you talking about the pop-up. Have you been besides SOBs? Have you been? Because I just saw Kendrick perform in One Music Fest last year.
Oh, I was there. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. I was there.
You didn't see that nigga perform, bro.
I was at the shit, bro. Shout out to Motown Lee and Jay Carter, bro. The people that throw that festival. I was there.
Bro, okay, but yeah, anyway.
Drake is a better performer, bro. But go ahead.
Why didn't he do a stadium tour?
I
Because
don't
people
know.
don't miss him. Exactly.
Let me call him and ask him. Hold on.
Yeah, ask him.
Hello? Nigga, I don't know, nigga.
I got one more thing to cover, man.